Hello everyone, thank you for joining us on another video. Today we're going to take a look at the Star Wars The Black Series, all new Mandalorian figure from the Book of Boba Fett. Alright, so I hope everybody's doing well out there. Dave and Alex here from the Hyperspace Vault, and today we're pretty excited to get a hold of this new Mandalorian figure, Black Series figure, and this is all new from the ground up Mandalorian figure that they've produced. And now, did we need a all new Mandalorian figure? Probably not, but Hasbro decided to make one from the Book of Boba Fett on top of that. And this is from when Mando was what was like 2 episodes of Mando in that season.
Yeah, but Glavis Ringworld. I don't know if I'm saying Glavis right or Glavis.
Glavis.
But
that's that big city
like ring thing.
Yeah.
And he went and he went and killed the butcher there and got like his head or something.
Yeah. And then the armor was like hidden underneath of it in a enclave
armor
underneath
with
there.
Paz Vizsla was there too.
Yeah. Pretty cool scene, because I mean, those scenes, like they went under there and it was like, and you know, you can kind of like a space background, and they were like under all these what do you call it, like catwalks and stuff under the city. Really cool, like scenic scenes from that episode. But anyways, yeah, this figure comes with a few accessories and a nice upgrade. The paint looks excellent on it. This is probably the best looking Mando figure we've had paint wise, with the Beskar. You know, I think Hasbro's had trouble. You know, a lot of times their silver paint turns out dull, and this looks pretty good, especially on that helmet.
Yeah, and it looks like, I mean, obviously this is the new sculpt for the character, especially there in like the helmet and the in the chest plate. And I can already see that it definitely looks a whole lot better than the original. But we'll get to that a bit later when we bring out the original one to compare.
Yeah, one thing I'm really excited about this figure, which is going to really set it off from the others, is Soft Goods Cape. I don't know if you can see that in the package.
That has to be the biggest improvement, I think.
Yeah.
Because the old plastic cape was terrible.
Yeah, it just looked awful, especially wrapped around his neck. Like the big hunk of plastic wrapped around his neck was just, I was like, Hasbro, come on, Soft Goods.
And here we finally have it. So let's take a closer look at the packaging.
Yeah, here we have the Book of Boba Fett colors, and then here we have Mando here, artwork.
It looks like they try to recreate the scene where he's fighting Paz Vizsla over the Darksaber.
Because you can see the background there of that, all the metalwork of that city, or the under the city. And here he's number 8 in the Book of Boba Fett. I didn't realize there was 8 figures already from Book of Boba Fett. All right, so now we have there's artwork, additional artwork on the back, and a description of the Mandalorian figure. All right, so now we're ready to unbox the figure, and let's pull him out of the sleeve. All right, so we have him, we slipped the case off, and this is him in the blister packing. You see all the accessories. We have a vibroblade, the Darksaber, his pistol, and the jetpack. All right, so we have him fully unboxed here, and visually, I think this is the best looking Mando figure we've gotten. This is a really nice figure. It does have some updated articulation, and the paint apps on it I think are much improved.
Yeah, I really like the look of this figure. I mean, the silver on it is really nice. Like when they first see him, like his shoulders, his chest piece, his helmet. When you first, like the first impression of when you see him, the paint apps are really good there. And also on the jetpack, they put paint apps on there, which we will compare it to the old jetpack soon. But spoiler alert, the old jetpack was just a dull gray plastic. So yeah, and the holster is also new. We don't have the clip anymore. And the biggest change, I think, is the Soft Goods Cape, which is just awesome.
Yeah, the cape is really good. It's like got a tethered edge to it. And it's like a real thin fabric, so it's real pliable. You can, like we have it here around the jetpack. It is kind of weird here in front. They do have like a piece that goes down under his chest armor. And then that chest armor is kind of sticking out a little bit to make room for it. So I don't know why they designed it that way. You think they would have just like kind of wrapped it around his neck and had it flowing back. But they have this extra piece here that goes down under his chest armor. They do have a place for his vibro blade here in his boot. That looks really nice. And then that new holster, I really like it. It's like low profile. Yeah, there's no strap, a string strap to the top anymore. And you can kind of see the top of his gun and pistol. And it's molded real nice there with the pistol. So that looks really good.
Yeah.
And his blue panels here look really nice with the Beskar armor. All right, so before we get into articulation, I just want to show up close here the soft goods cape here. It's like there's a piece tucked in, and then they have this armor like sticking out. You can kind of see the corner. You can kind of see the corner there sticking out, and then they have it tucked in underneath that. So it's kind of strange how they did that, but overall the appearance looks pretty good. So as we start with articulation, he is on a double ball joint neck, and you have plenty of movement in the head. And then underneath, we do have a, I don't know if you can see that, we do have a face sculpt underneath there, and it's painted gray, or it's molded in gray. And then through the shoulders, we do have a butterfly, almost like ball joint in there. And then the armor floats on top of the shoulder. So that gives you a nice range of articulation. The arm can go up that far. Move it down. The elbow can come in this tight. So that is really nice. And then moving down the figure, we do have a torso crunch and also a waist ball joint. And then we have ball joint hips. No, there is a thigh rotation, upper thigh rotation, and then we have a single joint knee, and you can move his knees up that far, and then the ankles are on a ball joint hinge. Really nice articulation with this figure. All right, next up we have accessories, and Alex is going to show you the accessories that come with the figure.
So first up, we got the Darksaber, and this is just a standard Darksaber that comes with the Black Series. I've seen it a couple times before in the past. Nothing really special about it. I do wish they put some cracks in the blade, like white cracks, kind of like how it is in the show. But yeah.
It's just solid black, isn't it?
Yeah. Next up, we have his classic pistol that he's been using since Season 1. It does appear to be a new mold since the last one, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot more detailed, and then you can see wood grain on the handle. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, and the old gun does not have that, and it's a lot more. The details are a lot more intricate on this one, so that's really cool that we got a new pistol.
And then finally, there's the tiny little vibro blade or vibro knife, and it does have a little bit of silver paint apps on the blade, so that's pretty cool. And there is the new jetpack with the silver paint applications, and it looks a whole lot better to the original one. And it does still have the little peg holes on the bottom, so you could plug in the flame effects if you wanted to. And the Darksaber hilt can fit on his belt. There's a little hook on his belt that you can hook the Darksaber hilt onto. And it doesn't look like it's going to fall off very easily, so that's pretty nice.
All right, so here is a comparison with the older Mandalorian Beskar armor figure. This is the one from the Grogu build-up pack. And you can see there's a lot of differences between this one and the new Mandalorian figure. And I think most of the changes are positive, if not all. I mean, the new one looks so much better, I think.
Yeah, especially if you look around the neck area of the old one. You can see that giant just hunk of plastic that's just kind of sitting on him. And then you look over at the new one and you're like, whoa.
Yeah. And then under these bright lights, the armor, the paint apps look similar, but the old one is much duller. You can't really tell, but in real life or whatever, the old one is dull gray, and this new one is much like a shinier Beskar look to it, which I really like. Also, you can see some changes here in the bandolier across his chest. The old figure, it's a thinner bandolier and it's more pliable. This one is bigger and more bulkier and stiffer, so it actually sticks out from the chest armor. It actually sticks out from the chest armor a little bit. It does have more details molded into it, but it looks like it has less paint apps. Like the buckles and stuff up here high are painted on the older figure, whereas the new figure doesn't get paint apps up here on the little buckle. So that is an interesting choice. But overall, I like the color, the more leather look on the new figure. And then the pouches and everything have more, it seems like it has more details on it.
And here are the two jetpacks side by side. Obviously, this one is the old. It is, looks so much worse. I mean, just look at the difference in the paint on both of them. Well, I say paint. Only the new one has paint. The old one is just a big hunk of gray plastic. So yeah, it does look like the new one is a slightly updated mold.
Yeah, it's more detailed. You can see more details in the mold. And then here you can see the back of the figures. Here you have the old figure with the plastic molded cape, and then we have the new one on the left side with the soft goods cape. And I much prefer that soft goods cape. It looks so much better on the figure.
I mean, just look at that. And finally, we can actually use the jetpack on the figure, because the old one, we couldn't even put the jetpack on without taking the cape off, and then it just kind of looked weird. And there we have the comparison. And obviously, the new is on the left, the old is on the right. And just, the old one is just kind of ridiculous looking with this, like, this just block of plastic just hanging off the side of him. It's like his cape froze or something. It's very, it's not good.
Yeah, it's like if he was in Battlefront and his cape was like glitching out. But the new one with the soft goods, oh my gosh, it looks so good. You can kind of route those soft goods around the backpack or the jetpack, and yeah, it looks so nice. And you can even actually, make this, thinner looking. You can kind of pull it down and make it kind of bunch it up, or you can, spread it out, whatever style that you like the cape to be. You can with the soft goods, whereas the plastic cape, you're just stuck with that. So this is a much premium, better look to the figure with the soft goods.
Also, a couple accessories that the new figure is missing. He does not come with the Ambin sniper rifle, which kind of makes sense because I don't think he ever really used it in Book of Boba Fett or Season 3 for that matter. In fact, I don't think it made a single appearance in Season 3. And then also, an accessory that I was kind of expecting to see with this figure was the Beskar spear. Because, yeah, he did use it in Book of Boba Fett. It played a pretty big role because, if you guys don't remember, he melted it down and, or the armor melted it down and made the little, like, chain link shirt armor thing for Grogu. So, yeah, and this is the Bandai version right here. And here we have Mando posed up on a flight stand on the turntable, going around in circles. But, yeah, he's supposed to be flying through the air, so...
yeah, and he just rescued Grogu, and they're making their escape.
Yeah.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, Alex, so how do you rate this all-new Mandalorian figure?
I think I have to give it a 10 out of 10. And I know I definitely gave this guy a 10 out of 10 when he first came out. And now that this new figure is out and that our expectations have been raised by a lot, feel like that old figure, a 10 out of 10 was kind of a right thing for its time. But now, with this new Mando, it's, kind of just blows the old one out of the park. And just, everything with the paint apps and the new molds, and then most notably the soft goods cape, it's just definitely an upgrade. If you don't have a Mando figure in your collection, this is definitely the go-to. This is the best Mando that they've released in their 6-inch line, that Hasbro has made in their 6-inch line to date. And, you know, even if you do have the old one, I still recommend picking this one up. It's just so much better in every way, pretty much.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I'm going to rate this 5 stars. I mean, this is like the new gold standard Mando figure. I was really, when we saw this at the store in the package, and I was like, really, do we really need another Mando figure? And we knew it was all new when they announced this figure or when they revealed this figure. But I was kind of doubting like whether it would be that much improved. But it is. I mean, this is the first one with that's totally pinless, or that doesn't have the pinholes in any of the joints. You have improved articulation. You have the soft goods cape. The paint apps are much improved. And everything overall, everything has been improved, and the figure just looks phenomenal. Just a huge improvement. So I'm really glad that we decided to go and pick this one up because it's such a great looking figure. And we're going to count this as a 2024 figure. And this is the first Black Series review of 2024. But Hasbro knocked this one out of the park and off to a great start for 2024 because this figure is just absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
I mean, I would put this figure up against SH Figure Arts, Mezco, all those high-end 6-inch figures out there. I think this one would go right up against those.
And just for a quick last-minute comparison, here we have the iconic duo. We couldn't skip this out of the video. Boba Fett and Din Djarin. It was just so cool to see them fight alongside each other in the Book of Boba Fett finale.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And these two figures look really good together. All right, so guys, this wraps up this video. Thank you for watching all the way through, and please hit that like button, help our channel out. Leave us a comment down below. Tell us what you think of this all-new Mandalorian figure from the Black Series, and also subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you a subscriber. If you're not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and help our channel out. Alex, take us out.
May the Force be with you always, and this is the way.